Are you wondering if condos are a great investment potential for you? Or does it suit your family lifestyle needs?
We're here to take an in-depth look at each condo for you so you can make informed decisions with confidence.
All right, let's go. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Condo Review. Today, we're diving into Lentor Central Residences. It's a new condo that is set to TOP in August 2028, and it's located in the Lentor area. So let's explore what this exciting project has to offer with Eugene today.
So let me start with some brief introduction on Lentor Central. So it's by Hong Leong Holdings, Guaco Land and CSC Land. This development comes with 477 units and one childcare. Okay, in terms of facing wise, it's north-south facing. Okay, so with that, right, in Lentor itself, it actually offers you landscaping views, landed views. Basically, whichever unit that you choose, irregardless of low floor, high floor, mid floor, you'll have fantastic views. Okay, and it's likely to TOP in 2028, which is just nice because the other developments will be ready by then. So the amenities wise, in terms of Lentor Modern Mall, the MRT are all just minutes walk away.
There are like a few other condos that are around it.
Yes.
So if I'm not wrong, there's Lentor Mansion. What else? Hillock Green.
Yes, we have Lentor. We started with Lentor Modern. Then we have Lentor Hills. We have Hillock Green, Lentor Mansion, Lentorian, and now this is the number 6 development in Lentor, which is Lentor Central Residences.
Right. So there's, if I'm not wrong, there are like 12 total, or 11. Sorry, 11.
Yes, 11.
And this is the number 6.
6, yes.
Right. So what is the government planning with this area, and why are there so many developments?
I would say because Lentor area, right, this Yio Chu Kang Lentor site, it has always been like a private enclave. So you see like the teachers' estate, the Lentor landed estate, then you see private condos in the area. But then you hardly see HDB there. But then we look back at Ang Mo Kio areas. There are some plots that, you know, initially people probably forecast to be future condos, which is quite central. But then the recent BTO shows that it eventually turned out to be BTOs lah. And then when we look back at this Ang Mo Kio Yio Chu Kang area, the area that have the space for condos, right, is actually at Lentor. So this forested area actually is divided into 11 plots. Yes.
Right. Before we go into developer, just one last question. Lentor, what's so special?
What's so special? I think that if you asked me this question 2 years ago, I would say actually most people wouldn't choose Lentor as a first choice lah. Because personally, I have a chance to stay in that area, but I mean my family chose not to lah, because at that point in time the amenities are not ready. There's no train and everything. But then if you look back at like maybe 20 years later, if you ask me whether I can shift into Lentor, I would say yes lah, because the MRT is ready. It's just 21 minutes to Orchard. Okay, I have a mall within walking distance. I'm close to nature with a linear park, which is like a park with park connector. I also have a Hillock Park just beside the development. The development actually offers a lot in terms of the views, the landscaping with the green cladding of all the facilities. I think one important thing is probably like the price point lah. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the project. Features and amenities. All right, let's go. First one, good integration of the landscaping with the facilities.
Yes. If you were to look at the model, okay, so it actually shows you that apart from the modern facade, okay, we also have a good integration of greenery on the landscaping deck with all the facilities, like, you know, because usually when we look at like tennis courts, we see like just concrete wall to surround or just the fencing to surround the tennis court. But over here in Lentor Central, right, actually what they did was they have this green cladding, so it will be covered by green. Likewise for like the fence, the shelters, the top of the shelters, the pavilions will all be covered with green. So you will see a very nice integration of greenery into the development.
Right. And what about the convenience?
Convenience, okay. So we are like diagonally across opposite this Lentor Modern Mall. So actually, when you come up from the development, it's fully sheltered. So it will take you about 5 minutes to walk to the MRT, about 2 to 3 minutes just to walk to the mall.
And what line is it? I can't remember.
This is Thomson East Coast Line.
Ah, right. Okay. And then the views.
Okay, so with the north-south orientation, right? Because the location that we're situated is we are on this place where we call the Lentor Hills. So right in the center of Lentor Hills, we have a future park, which is called Hillock Park. Okay, so this development happened to be on one end of the Lentor Hills, whereby I would say the blocks the units that are facing southwards will have the park view, will have the green. In fact, they will have probably the landed view over the teachers' estate. And those higher floors, they may be able to see towards the Lower Pierce Reservoir.
Right, okay. So, from my understanding, the developer says that this is a resort-like feeling. So you did say a bit about the greenery and stuff. Is there anything else worth noting? Because I'm looking at the visuals right now. There's quite a lot of water around the area.
Yes. So in total, we have 6 pools. So we have a 50-meter lap.
6 pools?
Yes. We have a 50-meter lap. We have a leisure pool. We have a 25-meter lap. Then we also have fun pool for kids. Okay. We also have 2 massage pools. And then back to your question about resort light, right?
Yeah.
Because I would say one very thoughtful features that Hong Leong like to feature in their development is how it can accommodate family gatherings and gatherings that are more scenery. Okay, so example, they will have features like barbecue pits that are near kids pool. They will have barbecue pits near the the playground. They also have rooftop barbecue pits that will offer you views over towards the landed area, the Tagore, then towards the Lower Seletar area as well. So in terms of view, it's not just towards the south whereby you can see the park, but towards the north, you can also see the landed and green. Yes.
6 pools is not normal, right? I don't usually see 6 pools in a condo.
Yes. Because based on the scale, usually you don't see.
Yeah.
Yes, because we're only 477 units.
Right. Okay. 2 blocks, right? If I'm not
Yes.
wrong. And the max, it's about 28 stories.
Yes, the max is 28. And then actually we're on the elevated ground. So like one of the tower block which is nearest to the Hillock Park is actually about 11.65 meters above street level.
Right.
Yes. And then we really max out to the SHD of 120 meters.
Okay, cool. All right, up next, layout of units. Okay, can you tell me more about this layout?
Okay, so Hong Leong actually they are quite good in terms of building projects with very, very efficient layout. So you don't see odd shapes. You also see how they can fit in a lot of storage. So one thing I want to elaborate on is probably like the kitchen areas, because very often when we go into a kitchen area, we always see like just a rectangular shaped kitchen nowadays lah. Okay, but in this development for like our 4-bedders, actually you do see a T-shaped kitchen, whereby you will have extra storage space apart from just the drawers, the cupboards. You actually have a 0.8 by 1 meter storage space. So, and then you also can have a separate storage apart from the household shelter.
Okay.
Yes. So that's how they can fit in all this together to cater for all your needs. Because most of the time when we see new developments, because of the size, recently the news also came out, the size keep going down, right? So developers have to think of ways to make it more efficient, so that we don't have buyers who come in and say, okay, I cannot find a place to store things, things like that. So it actually solves a lot of issues. Yes.
It seems like nowadays condos don't come with a storeroom.
Usually the bomb shelter. So it's like a dilemma. Do I use it as a helper's room or I use it as a storeroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about a 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom and study?
Okay, I would say the 2 bedrooms, over here we do not have the 2 bed 1 bath. We only have the 2 bed 2 bath, and then we also have the 2+ study. But I would like to highlight on the 2+ study because we have seen developments whereby the 2+ study is in the low 700 square feet sizes, but then over here our size is actually 786 and 797, which is very close to 800 square feet. So with that, right, it actually helps in terms of potential upgraders who actually want to buy a condo,
Right.
but they probably require between the 2 and the 3. Yes, because this 2+ study, right, when you enter, if let's say you were to visit the show flat, you will see it's very, very spacious. That's one. And then the study room itself is actually 6 square meters. Yes. So it actually offers you more option in terms of not just using it as a study itself.
6 square meters as opposed to what usually?
Okay, we do see like 3.7 square meters. We also see 4 or 5, but 6 is very, very good size because it's squarish. So you can actually fit a single bed. Probably you want to do some configurations in the future. You know, it gives you that option. So it's like it's the right size, I would say.
Okay, cool. Now, price analysis. Let's talk about that. So, on average in that area, it's about 2,100.
Yes. So in Lentor area, the average is about 2001 to 2002. But we also need to understand that out of the 5 developments that launched prior to Lentor Central, right? Actually, the only one project, which is Lentor Mansion, is harmonized project. So you may see a difference in terms of the average per square foot.
Right.
Yes. So because with harmonized projects, right, actually they don't sell the AC latch. Okay, and then you see that the per square foot actually is slightly higher, but it's still in that 2002 range. Yes. And so for Lentor Central, which is the second harmonized project in Lentor, so we should see that the price range should be about the same in the 2.2 region. That's the average lah.
According to the document, we are predicting roughly 2278.
That's our projection, but then usually we may have some buffer lah.
Okay.
So we try to go a bit higher.
Okay, then what about the oversupply? Since there's like 11 projects in total.
Okay. So we can talk about the present and then the future lah, as a reference lah.
Yeah.
So currently we have, based on the 5 launches, we have 2,477 units. Okay, and in whole of Lentor, right, is 93% sold. So on average, right, since day 1 launch until today, it's close to 3 units per day. So we don't really see that at this current context is oversupply because the demand for the area is still very, very strong. Another reason probably is because of the pricing lah, because we are going at average about 2002. And then if let's say your concern is about in the future whereby we develop all 11 plots, which government project to be about 5,000 plus minus in terms of units, then we can take reference from example Pasir Ris area. So we can look at Pasir Ris. So we can see like D-Nest, Cocoa Palms, that whole area. In total, is easily 9 developments. And these 9 developments actually add up to about 5,000 plus units. But then most of them actually are making good profits. Partially because good entry price. And then because they have like a mall nearby, they also have the MRT. So you see, looking at the same attributes, of course we cannot compare in terms of the entry price like maybe 5, 6 to 10 years ago. We have to talk about the present. But then when we compare all the launches now, which are all going at 2003, 2004, 2005, in fact, I mean in the later half of this year, we may see maybe like 2009 in certain districts, okay, or region. So looking at this, we have that advantage, I would say, because of the low entry price, the convenience, and then even with so many units or developments there, right, it also creates a market in the area.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. All right, now that I've heard all these amenities and features,
Yes.
who do you think is the kind of person that would be interested in this kind of project?
I would say the youngsters nowadays lah.
Millennials?
Because yes,
Ah.
because the entry price, the convenience nowadays, the cars are so expensive, COE, and then the next thing is that because you see that this area we do see a lot of older HDBs at one in the Ang Mo Kio side. We also see that the landed areas, so the families can choose to upgrade to somewhere nearby, which is Lentor. Okay, and then in terms of pricing, I've been talking about this to my colleagues about this price acceptance level, whereby we do see that the units at this certain price range, like maybe example, I just quote a two-bedder. If let's say a two-bedder is ranged from 1.4 to maybe 1.7, you see a lot of buyers who are very interested to go into the market to get it because this is something that they can afford. Yes. So we are in this price range, we are in this category. And then in terms of
in this day and age, if it doesn't hit 2 million, it's actually quite good.
Yes. It's very, very attractive. Yes. So that's why if you look at the price point for this Lentor area, right? Actually, if you look at certain units whereby the 3-bedroom compact, which are the 3 bedrooms between the 800 plus to the 900 square feet, they are all going at maybe about 1.9 to 2 mil. So these are still very acceptable, I would say.
Okay, let's talk about exit strategy. For those who want to see this as an investment opportunity,
yes,
what's there to note?
Okay, firstly, like we already highlighted so many times, the mall and MRT, which is convenience. We are also expecting North-South corridor, which will be completed by 2029. So by 2029, right, you will see a new expressway that runs from Woodlands Admiralty all the way down to the central, downtown. So it will cut from this Yio Chu Kang area. So in future, right, if you were to drive to town, actually the easiest, the fastest route is to go to North-South corridor. Yes, so residents don't really need to drive all the way to city. They don't need to cut across Ang Mo Kio area, this Ang Mo Kio Central area, just to go to city and then go to town. They can just take the North-South corridor. That's one. And then, of course, like I highlighted before, the entry price. And then because we have other launches which are selling at a higher price, the difference can be close to maybe 300 to 400 per square foot. So it actually sets a benchmark for our development to sell, or in fact the whole Lentor area to sell in the future. And then if we were to look at the master plan, if we were to look at the 11 plots, 2 years ago people tell me that buying into Lentor is a first mover advantage. Then 1 year later, we have people saying that maybe not so true in terms of buying as a first mover advantage because the first few projects are already sold. But then if we were to look at the master plan, right, from Lentor to Springleaf, this whole area, the forested area, is actually residential use. So that means that in future, right, there will be more houses, probably more amenities to support the residents in the area. And then these are the potential upgraders. Why do I say that? It's because we have Springleaf, we have Lentor MRT. But then in between this forest area, this whole Resi area, as of now, we don't see an MRT for them. So in future, if they are so used to this area, they want more convenience, the easiest, the fastest place to move to is actually Lentor, or probably even Springleaf.
Understood. Okay.
So Ryan, then now I need to ask you one question.
Sure.
Since you are not an agent, honest opinion.
Honest opinion.
So after listening to what I explained about Lentor Central, right, what are your take about this development?
Okay, so personally, I live in Bishan, and I'm reaching an age where I can finally buy a HDB or a condo. I mean, condo I can buy earlier, obviously, but
yes,
now that I'm looking around and I want to stay close to my parents, it's not that affordable in Bishan, honestly.
Yes.
And Ang Mo Kio is quite old, in my opinion. So I mean, having worked with you guys on the Lentor Mansion and all that stuff, I think Lentor area is actually quite fascinating. It's close to all the greenery. It's close to Bishan. So it's the reverse of people from North wanting to come to Central. I want to go.
You want to go towards Lentor.
Yes, correct, but not too far north, So I think it's a perfect middle ground, price to location.
Yes.
In terms of the amenities, I think it's pretty cool that the MRT is so close to it, and if you drive, there's the north-south corridor coming soon. Gotta wait a bit, but what to do. And in terms of development, actually, honestly, I think it's one of the more unique projects that I've seen so far in Lentor.
Yes.
The 6th swimming pool, I know it's quite superficial, but I think it adds to the atmosphere and the way they put the greenery. To me, that is unique. And before coming on this episode, I did not know that the value was that good. Like the square feet and the average price. And so in summary, I think honestly it's quite good value. Yeah. Not biased thoughts. I really think personally I will check out the show flat.
Yeah, you have to.
I know.
Okay, we have come to the end of the show. So there are just 3 points that I want to re-emphasize. Okay, one is the entry price, the potential, and the convenience that we offer in Lentor Central.
Once again, Lentor Central Residences. Preview date is on the 21st February and TOP August 2028. We hope you enjoy this show, and if you have any comments, do comment below because we like to know your thoughts. All right, so once again, I'm Ryan.
I'm Eugene.
And we'll see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.